Hi folks, it's me, Jeff Aronheim, and for today I'm with my wife, Nee, and we're going to ask a few questions about Nee and our relationship. So I've got a bunch of questions here. We're going to pull them out one at a time. Are you ready? Okay.
This is scary here, okay?
In what ways do you involve your wife in your career, decisions, or financial planning? Well, we're involved in everything together in the financial planning. The career, I think it's just more I get advice. I don't always take it. Sometimes you give advice. Sometimes I take it. Sometimes I don't. But we definitely talk a lot about it.
Yeah, I think that he came to me for questions and got feedback, but it doesn't mean that he always take it.
That's how it is. All right. Next one. You've been in a relationship with Nee for a long time and already explored a lot of places. Did a lot of adventure together. Is there anything you want to do together with Nee that is in your bucket list? Well, as a matter of fact, there is. So we were trying to go to Morocco for a trip, but instead she actually booked a trip to Monte Carlo. and the only reason we figured it out is because we were at dinner with a friend of ours, and he kept saying, he's like, those distances don't make sense. Like something's not right with your cruise ship going from this place to that place. So because of that, we are going to Monte Carlo, and in the future, our bucket list trip will be Morocco.
Wait a second, I think I was busy one day, and I told Jeff we are going to Morocco. And I told him that we are going to go glamping in the desert, the Sahara Desert. And I came up with all the plans of us going to different mosques and check it out, learn about different cultures. So again, I was so busy, I thought Monaco was Morocco. I read really fast and I screenshot Monaco. And I said, okay, we're going to Morocco. I sent the screenshot of the map to the travel agent. I said, okay, book us. Supposed to be Monaco, but I told her Monaco instead of Morocco. Okay, so now we are going to Monaco.
True story. How do you celebrate successes in your career together with your wife? What do? We maybe go out, obviously dinner celebrations, or we book trips. We love to travel.
I think we celebrate all the time.
Yeah.
Every day, every week, Jeff and I just celebrate together. And so it's just not, we just feel like we enjoy being together and we celebrate all the time. So,
sometimes I'll say, okay, if I get to this goal, I'll get a toy. Otherwise, no toy. What role does your wife play in supporting you in your career, and how do you reciprocate the support? I'll start with that. So, Nee's very supportive. She lets me run my business my way. We actually worked together for 11 years in the lending business. So what's really cool is you understand my world, the challenges, the drama, so that when I'm coming home stressed or not, just not in a great state, you understand the why behind it. So I think just that part alone is really helpful to have your support. And then reciprocating support, my take is I just try to let you be you and do your thing, and whatever it is you want to go after, I just try to support it. Whether it was deciding, okay, I want to be a mediator, I want to write a book, I want to become a speaker, I'm like, cool, whatever it is, go for it, and support you both emotionally and financially.
Yeah, I agree with Jeff. I think what you've done that's excellent is you let me be me. Mm-hmm. I do whatever I want. And when it comes to Jeff and his career, he is so intense at work that I don't have my feeling hurt if he doesn't want to talk to me during office hours. When I have an urgent matter I need to talk to Jeff, I basically say I have 1 or 2 minutes of your time, and I just go to bullet point really fast. So I have an issue, chop, done. But I can tell that many wives or women would not be okay with it because they don't have understanding of the intensity of his work.
Mm-hmm. What's your secret to a happy marriage? Obey.
Yes, obey me. Okay, just do whatever I tell you to do, and everything will work out just fine.
Obey to the extent I can. I think the reality is it's you learn how to fight nicely. I mean, you're going to have disagreements. You're not going to agree on everything, but how you treat each other during those times is really important, and it's a learned skill that took us time to get to. And other than that, I think again, it's just I always support you being you.
I think that about dealing with conflicts, though, that in any marriage, we have conflicts, we have problems just like everyone else. And it's about us trying to work things out when we have problems. And if we cannot solve our own issues, we can go and get counseling if needed. If I have to drag him to the therapist, we are going to go and see a therapist if he doesn't listen to me.
Yeah. Now the therapist is great because for $60 an hour, whatever they charge these days, they can say the exact same words you've been telling your spouse that they don't agree with, and they magically agree with the therapist. It's amazing.
Yes. He doesn't even know how much the therapist charges. It costs much more than $60 an hour, or 45 minutes. Much more than that.
All right. What makes Nee a good wife partner? I think we felt like we talked about this a lot already. She's super supportive, a lot of fun, very loving, loyal, obviously beautiful and all that, aging like a fine wine.
I think I fool him really well. After being married for almost 24 years, he still thinks I'm adorable, but I'm crazy actually.
She's a little crazy. We also travel well together. How does Nee make you smile? I don't know. How do you make me smile?
I'm just
goofy.
I'm being goofy, and I think I just being silly. I just spit things out, and sometimes you just said, "What?
Okay, yeah.
Did that really come out of your mouth?" And he cracks up.
Yeah, the words that'll come out of her mouth sometimes with the accent behind it will shock a lot of people and just make them laugh. She can say things that I could never get away with saying. True, right? What's your most memorable trip with Nee? I still think Italy's pretty top end. What do you think?
I think Italy was amazing, but I think Vietnam too was another memorable experience, at least for me, because I got to see how people were shocked seeing how tall Jeff is. And he was able to eat hot and spicy food, even spicier than the locals. And he impressed my family and many strangers based on the fact that he could eat anything in Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam is an incredible country. We've been there 4 times, with and without kids, and we have family there. We've been all over the place, and we spent a fair amount of time there. So it's an incredible part of the world. And when you have someone who's from there and knows the place, and you get the sort of not the tourist spots, it's a whole different experience. So pretty memorable. All right, last one. Share a little bit of story on how you met Nee, or how your relationship started. So I think a lot of people have heard this one, but the reality is we met on an airplane. So we were flying back from Chicago to Denver on a United flight. It was 2008, and you probably don't remember, but there was just massive rainstorms all summer long. And we literally got delayed or pushed to the very last flight leaving out of town. Everyone looked like garbage. We were all getting on the plane. It was super packed. And there's Nee just kind of sitting there or standing there with the absolute biggest carry-on you can take on and just sort of looking up. So, I mean, I didn't know her. I just said, hey, do you need a hand with that? Because she clearly was not going to get that into the bin herself with her height at 4'9". So I helped her with her luggage, and not much on the flight. Beyond that, and then maybe, she was behind me. I might have looked back a couple times. She was kind of cute. But then we just talked on the actual, the train that takes you back to the terminal. And during that time, we exchanged cards and ended up just going on a very innocuous date, which led to a long distance relationship for like a year. So that's how it all started.